Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into the story of a unique football player, someone rare to find in modern football. At the start of his career, Andrea Pirlo played as an attacking midfielder, positioned just behind the forwards. With his dribbling skills, he could even play as a second striker at times. But one fine day, Brescia's coach, Carlo Mazzone, who was obsessed with tactical schemes, found a new role for Pirlo. As a deep-line playmaker closer to the defense, ideally, this role involves setting the tempo of the game, initiating attacks from deep, constantly seeking the ball while moving across the width of the pitch, and participating in defensive actions without the ball, covering the holding midfield area. Essentially, he was the team's backbone, the brain center. Today we'll discuss the career of this incredibly intelligent player. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video. The rise. Pirlo was precisely that kind of player. In Italy, grand nicknames like the Architect, the Professor, and the Maestro aren't handed out lightly. Born on May 19, 1979, in a small town near Brescia, Andrea grew up in a wealthy family. Unlike many stars, football was not his ticket to a luxurious life. He simply fell in love with the game. He joined Brescia's academy at the age of 14, and soon people were talking about the skinny young boy as a major talent. In tournaments, he could single-handedly outplay half the opposing team, scoring plenty of goals. Cesare Prandelli, the then coach of Brescia and future coach of the Italian national team, recalled, "When I saw him play, my jaw dropped. Everyone was watching Pirlo. It was clear this boy would become a star." Andrea had many coaches throughout his career. Mircea Lucescu once claimed with his usual bluntness, "I gave young Pirlo his start in big football," but that's not entirely true. The Romanian coach had already left Brescia, and 3 months later, in May 1995, just after his 16th birthday, Andrea made his Serie A debut. He came on as a substitute in an away match against Regina, which was a hopeless loss, making Adriano Caggioli the coach who promoted him from the youth team, Pirlo's godfather into the senior squad. That season, nothing could save Brescia. Moreover, the following year, the club narrowly escaped relegation from Serie B, while Pirlo honed his skills with the U19 team, attracting scouts from all over Italy. In the 1996-97 season, coach Edoardo Reca revitalized Brescia, comfortably avoiding relegation to the second division. Pirlo mostly came off the bench, but still managed to score a couple of goals. Then, in Serie A, the team was led by yet another coach, Giuseppe Materazzi, yes, the father of the Marco Materazzi, whom Zidane famously headbutted. Pirlo continued to come off the bench and even scored his debut Serie A goal against Vicenza. But in late November, Luigi Maffei was put in charge of Brescia and he immediately placed Andrea in the starting lineup. The young player did not disappoint, scoring in the victory. The move to Inter. All the coaches still saw Pirlo solely as an attacking midfielder, one who was on the brink of a move to a big club. In the summer of 1998, Milan's Inter was the quickest to secure the young talent. However, for 19-year-old Andrea, this move turned out to be a déjà vu, as Inter changed coaches 4 times in just one season. None of them could pull the star-studded team out of its rut, but each one kept sending Pirlo onto the field, mostly as a substitute. More often than not, he was brought on for the legendary Roberto Baggio. Competing with such a player for a position was tough, and Andrea rarely made a significant impact. Next came another mentor in Pirlo's life, Marcello Lippi, known for pulling clubs out of deep crises. The senior coach relied on experienced players, and Andrea had to go on loan to Regina, a newly promoted team. Regina's coach immediately told the newcomer, "Listen, here in southern Italy, the roads aren't really suitable for your Porsche, and the fans won't understand such luxury from a 20-year-old guy." And what do you think? Pirlo obediently sent his car home and had a fantastic season, scoring 6 goals in 28 matches, twice netting against Milan's Inter, both at home and away. He had already mastered taking free kicks by then. Regina played well, securing their spot in Serie A, and Pirlo went on to the U21 European Championship in 2000. The Italian U21 team won the title, and Pirlo, in addition to his gold medal, collected a whole of individual awards: top scorer, top assist provider, and tournament MVP. Upon returning to Inter, Pirlo found that Lippi had been sacked. The bosses hadn't forgiven the failure in the Champions League qualifiers. Marco Tardelli, who had led Italy to victory at the U21 Euros, was appointed as coach. But here, Pirlo received no special treatment. In 3 months, Tardelli barely gave him any playing time until was falling apart again. and Andrea requested another loan, this time to his beloved Brescia. This is where Pirlo's career truly took off, and his game soon captivated the entire football world. Carlo Mazzoni writes in his book, "I immediately felt that Andrea was somewhat limited in the role of an attacking midfielder. I asked him to play as a deep-lying playmaker, and his talent for controlling the game unfolded incredibly. It was like a symphony when he would pass the ball in all directions or just hold it, like a conductor setting the right tempo. And Pirlo was too young for this role, way too young." Mazzoni didn't spare the compliments. The only thing that could irritate the coach was the player's natural reticence. It's often said that the reserved character makes it impossible to become a team leader. But telling one out, his words on the field were his precise passes, and the presence of Roberto Baggio in the attack also added weight. Peak career at Milan. Amazingly, it only took Pirlo about 10 matches at Brescia to establish himself in his new role. Andrea's transfer from Inter to Milan in the summer of 2001 for 17 million was a sensation in Italian football, and true recognition was just around the corner. Turkish coach of the Rossoneri, Fatih Terim, kept the expensive newcomer on the bench, and if he did put him on the field, it was in the attacking midfield position. Everything changed when Carlo Ancelotti took charge of Milan. Over time, the coach realized that Pirlo was a natural conductor and built the team's play around him. They started with a Champions League victory in 2003, in Pirlo's second season in the black and red shirt. Andrea went on to have 8 brilliant seasons at Milan, winning every possible club trophy. His collection includes 2 Champions League titles, 2 UEFA Super Cups, a Club World Cup, 2 Scudetti, and an Italian Cup and Super Cup. In that infamous 2005 Champions League final against Liverpool in Istanbul, Pirlo played one of the most disappointing matches of his career for Milan. Despite leading 3-0, Pirlo made several inaccurate passes, and eventually the Rossoneri lost in a penalty shootout. After the game, Andrea admitted that he seriously considered retiring, but 2006 brought him new joy. Italy won the World Cup. Pirlo once again showed his worth, being a leader of the team, but now less silent than in previous years. For his World Cup victory in 2006, he received the tournament's bronze ball. A new challenge for Pirlo at 32. Pirlo joined Juventus on a free transfer, and many doubted whether a player at such an advanced stage could continue to perform at a high level. However, Andrea had 4 bright seasons and continued to win trophies, another Italian championship, 2 Super Cups, and an Italian Cup. Pirlo now had every club-level award in his collection. In 2012 and 2014, he was named Italy's Footballer of the Year. After calmly accepting setbacks at Euro 2012 and 2014 World Cup, Andrea played one more season at Juve and then moved to the United States to finish his career, where he ultimately retired as a player. Currently, Pirlo is a part of the coaching staff of the Italian national team, and many believe that his coaching career will be just as successful as his playing days. That's all for today. Don't forget about our Telegram channel where we chat and I personally respond to your messages. See you soon, guys.